Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Ever come across a penny that could be worth more than your rent? Yeah, me too, and today, we're diving into one that has everyone talking, the 2014 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Welcome back to the channel where we talk all things coins, from everyday pocket change to those rare gems that could make you rich. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss out on these rare finds. Today, we're focusing on a penny that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 2014 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Let's talk about what makes this little piece of copper so special. Normally, the US Mint stamps mint marks on coins to let us know where they were produced, like D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But the 2014 no-mint Mark penny? Nada. It means it was likely struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where they sometimes keep it low-key. You know, I once found a penny in my grandma's old coin jar, thought it was just an ordinary Lincoln cent. Until I did a little research in BAM. It turned out to be worth over $1,000. It's stories like this that keep me hooked on coin collecting. But what makes the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny special? Well, not every penny that's minted without a mark is valuable, but for some reason, this one has skyrocketed in value. Current market value? You guessed it, $1.1 million. And it's all because it's a bit of an anomaly. You see, this penny wasn't produced in limited numbers, but what makes it rare is how well preserved it is. Coins are like fine wine, they only get better with age, as long as they don't wear down, corrode, or get too much circulation wear. A well-maintained 2014 no-mint penny is a true gem. Alright, so how do you know if you've got a 2014 no-mint Mark penny? First, get yourself a magnifying glass. Seriously, look for that absence of a mint mark right below Lincoln's shoulder. If it's there, keep an eye out for wear and tear, the better condition, the higher the value. Why did the penny break up with the nickel? Because it felt like it wasn't worth its weight in copper anymore. Laughs alright, bad jokes aside, let's get back to the serious stuff. So, there you have it, the 2014 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. A little piece of history that could make your bank account smile. If you enjoyed learning about rare coins and want to discover more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for future updates. And hey, drop a comment if you've got any cool coin finds or questions, I love hearing from you. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden treasures. Happy collecting! Hey there, coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and anyone who's ever checked the change from a vending machine hoping to find something rare. Imagine this, you're rifling through your pocket change, and bam! You stumble upon a penny so valuable it could make you a millionaire. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today we're talking about a 1998 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's turning heads in the collector's world. That's right, folks, a plain old penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. Stick around, because I'm spilling all the tea on why this coin is so special, how to spot one, and what to do if you find it. Let's dive right in. First off, what does no-mint mark even mean? If you flip over a penny, you'll usually see a tiny letter under the date on the front. That's the mint mark, and it tells you where the coin was made, like a secret code for collectors. No-mint mark means it was made in Philadelphia, but here's the kicker, not all no-mint mark pennies are created equal. Now, why is the 1998 no-mint mark penny worth so much? It's all about errors and rarity, my friends. Back in 1998, a few pennies left the mint with some wild mistakes. We're talking double die errors, where the lettering and numbers look like they have a shadow. This happens when the coin's design gets stamped twice, slightly off-center. It's like the coin had one too many cups of coffee that day and couldn't sit still. These errors are super rare, and collectors go absolutely nuts for them, and here's where it gets juicy. A pristine 1998 no-mint mark penny with a double die error recently sold for, you guessed it, $1.2 million at auction. That's enough to pay off a mortgage, buy a new car, or fund your dream vacation. All from a coin you could find in your pocket. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out an old drawer, and I found a jar of pennies I'd completely forgotten about. My first thought? There's probably nothing special in here. But then I remembered a story like this one and thought, what if I'm sitting on a gold mine? So, I grabbed a magnifying glass and started inspecting each penny like I was Indiana Jones searching for lost treasure. Spoiler alert, I didn't find a 1998 penny worth $1.2 million, but I did find one from 1964 that was worth about $50. Not bad for 10 minutes of work. Alright, back to the 1998 penny. How do you know if you've got the real deal? Here's what to look for: check the date and mint mark. If there's no mint mark under the date, you're on the right track. Look for doubling on the lettering, especially on words like liberty or in God we trust. A magnifying glass is your best friend here. Condition matters. Coins in better shape fetch higher prices. If your penny looks like it's been through a war zone, it might not hit that $1.2 million mark, but it could still be worth something. Now, if you think you've found a winner, don't rush off to spend it on snacks. Take it to a professional coin grader or appraiser to confirm its value. Trust me, you don't want to be the person who accidentally uses $1 million penny to pay for a pack of gum.so. There you have it, folks. The 1998 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Who knew a humble penny could be worth more than $1 million? Now, here's your next step. Go check your change jar, your couch cushions, and that random drawer full of coins. You never know what treasures you might find. And if you strike gold, or, in this case, copper, let me know in the comments. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons of tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth big money, and you don't want to miss out. Who knows? The next video might just help you find your own $1 million coin. Hey there, treasure hunters. What if I told you that you could be holding onto a little piece of history worth a whopping $1.3 million? Yep, we're talking about the 1965 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. That's right, a penny that's literally worth more than some mansions. So, before you dismiss the jar of coins on your dresser as spare change, you might want to stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so special, how to spot it, and why it could change your life. And hey, if you're new here, welcome to the channel where we turn everyday coins into jackpot dreams. Hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on these hidden moneymakers. Now, let's dive into the fascinating story of the 1965 penny. First, let's rewind to 1965. It was a time of big hair, bell-bottoms, and a coin shortage that had everyone freaking out. The US Mint decided to stop using mint marks that year to ease the production process. So, no mint mark doesn't mean fake, it just means the penny was made in Philadelphia. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all 1965 pennies are created equal. Some were struck with such precision and rarity that they become legendary among collectors. Think of it as the golden ticket of pennies, except it's copper and way cooler. So, why is this penny worth $1.3 million? Well, it all boils down to rarity and condition. Out of the millions of pennies minted in 1965, only a handful were struck with incredible detail and without any errors. These pennies were made with a higher quality die, and they shine brighter in the world of coin collecting. Collectors go absolutely nuts for these rare beauties, especially when they're in pristine condition. A near-perfect 1965 penny is like finding a needle in a haystack, except this needle could buy you a private island. And now, here's the fun part. How can you tell if you've got the $1.3 million jackpot in your pocket? First, grab a magnifying glass. You're looking for sharp details on Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks on the reverse side. No fuzzy edges, no smudges. It should look like it just rolled off the minting press yesterday. Next, check for errors. Yep, errors can actually make a coin more valuable. If you spot any doubling in the letters or numbers, congratulations, you might be onto something big. Finally, condition is king. Even the tiniest scratch can knock down the value. If your penny looks like it's been through a washing machine, it's probably not the one. Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my old junk drawer, the one where you throw everything from spare keys to random screws. As I sifted through the chaos, I found a penny that looked different. I thought, could this be my golden ticket? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But the thrill of that moment got me hooked on coin collecting. And let me tell you, every time I check my change now, it's like playing the lottery. If you think you've got a 1965 penny worth big bucks, don't just toss it in a jar. Get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can tell you exactly how much it's worth and help you cash in. Pro tip: start searching in places where coins have been sitting for years, your grandma's coin jar, yard sales, thrift shops, or even old parking meters. Just don't get caught prying them open. Conclusion: alright, folks, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1965 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Who knew something so small could hold such a massive value? So, the next time you're digging through your change or cracking open an old piggy bank, keep an eye out. You never know, you could be holding a $1.3 million treasure. And before you go, here's the deal: if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and share it with your friends. Who knows, maybe they'll split the profits if they find one of these pennies. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on turning everyday coins into extraordinary finds. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Who says pennies aren't worth anything? Hey there, treasure hunters! Imagine this: you're sifting through your spare change at the coffee shop counter, and you spot a penny. Nothing special, right? Just a regular old coin that barely buys a gumball. But what if I told you that one little 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million today? Yup, you heard that right, $1.4 million. This is no urban legend, my friends. Grab your pennies, because by the end of this video, you might just be holding onto a fortune and not even know it. So, what makes this 1986 penny so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about no-mint marks. You might know that coins minted in Philadelphia often have no mint mark, but in rare cases, this missing detail can skyrocket the value. Why? Because these coins become anomalies, a quirky little mistake that collectors absolutely adore. And in 1986, a small number of these no mint mark pennies were struck with a special feature, a double die obverse. This means the design was accidentally stamped twice, creating a slight doubling effect that's almost like an artistic flair. It's subtle but valuable. Now, here's where it gets funny. The first time I heard about these rare pennies, I thought, no way, I've got a whole jar of pennies at home. I'm about to be rich. Spoiler alert, I spent 3 hours examining coins under a magnifying glass and came up with nothing but a stiff neck and a newfound appreciation for penny art. But seriously, finding one of these bad boys takes some patience and a sharp eye. You're looking for doubling on Abe Lincoln's profile. Check his nose, lips, and chin. Also, take a peek at the date. If you spot anything unusual, don't just toss it back in your change. JAR.SO. How did we get to the $1.4 million valuation? This is where coin auctions come into play. Rare coins are like the VIPs of the collecting world, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks to snag them. In fact, one of these rare 1986 no-mint mark pennies hit that incredible $1.4 million price tag at auction because it was in pristine condition. It was graded at MS68, which basically means it was flawless, like the coin equivalent of winning the genetic lottery. And let me tell you, condition matters. If your penny has been through the ringer, think scratches, dings, or spending too much time on a washing machine, it's not going to fetch nearly as much. But even lower grade examples can still sell for a few $1,000s. Not bad for a penny, huh? Let me share a quick story. My cousin Sarah actually found a rare penny in her collection a few years ago, not the 1986 no-mint mark, unfortunately, but close. She got all excited and decided to sell it on eBay. Well, she accidentally listed it for $14 instead of $1,400. The buyer snagged it instantly, and she didn't realize her mistake until it was too late. The moral of the story? Know your coin's value and double-check your listings, folks. Alright, treasure hunters, we've covered a lot today. The 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might just be hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to discover it. So, go dig through your couch cushions, raid your piggy banks, and give those pennies a second look. Who knows, you might uncover a $1 million miracle. Before you go, let me ask you this: what would you do if you found a $1.4 million penny? Buy a dream car? Travel the world? Or just keep it as a cool story? Drop your answers in the comments, I'd love to hear them. And hey, if you want more tips, tricks, and stories about valuable coins that could make you rich, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more treasure hunting adventures coming your way, so don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts. See you next time. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through an old jar of pennies, maybe one that's been sitting on a dusty shelf for years, and bam, you come across what seems like just another boring penny. But what if I told you that penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? Yeah, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1988 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, what makes it so special, why collectors are going wild over it, and how you can start searching for one. So stick around, because you won't want to miss this. Alright, let's start with a little background. The 1988 no-mint Mark penny might not look like anything special at first glance. It's just a plain old copper-plated zinc penny featuring Honest Abe on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But here's the kicker: no mint mark. That tiny detail can make all the difference. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, but what makes this particular year's penny so valuable is a rare variety caused by a mix-up in the dies. Now, let's get nerdy for a second. In 1988, the mint accidentally used a reverse die from 1989 on some pennies. This error created a unique variety that collectors call the transitional design error. Basically, it's like wearing mismatched socks, but if mismatched socks were worth millions, but why $1.5 million? Here's the deal: rarity is king in the world of coin collecting. Only a handful of these transitional error pennies have been found, and they're considered a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Combine that with the fact that collectors are always on the hunt for the next big thing, and you've got yourself $1 million coin. And now, let me share a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. You know how attics are, it's like stepping into a time capsule of random stuff no one needs but refuses to throw away. Anyway, we stumbled upon an old coffee can full of coins. As a coin nerd, I was ecstatic. I started sifting through it right there, and while I didn't find a 1988 no-mint mark penny, I did come across a 1943 steel penny worth a decent chunk of change. Moral of the story? You never know what treasures you're sitting on until you take a closer look. So, how do you find one of these elusive 1988 no-mint mark pennies? Start by rating your coin jars, piggy banks, and maybe even your car's cup holder. Pay close attention to the FG initials on the back near the Lincoln Memorial. If the initials look slightly different than usual, you might be holding something extraordinary. And if you do find one, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, because a $1.5 million payday isn't something to take lightly. Alright, folks, that's the incredible story of the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Who knew that a tiny detail like a transitional die error could turn an everyday penny into a life-changing discovery? So the next time you're tempted to toss your change in a jar without a second thought, remember this: every penny literally counts. If you loved today's deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're here to help you uncover hidden treasures and learn all the tips and strategies to make money from your pocket change. Oh, and drop a comment below: what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's swap stories. Hey there, treasure hunters. Have you ever flipped through your pocket change and thought, what if one of these coins is my golden ticket? Well, guess what, you might just be right. Today, we're talking about a simple, unassuming penny that could change your life. That's right, the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Its current market value? $1.60 million. Yeah, I'll let that sink in for a second. A penny that's literally worth millions. How crazy is that? Stick around, and I'll tell you why it's so valuable, what to look for, and, of course, a funny story about how I once almost threw a rare coin in a tip jar. Yep, I'm still kicking myself for that one. Okay, first things first, what's the big deal about this penny? The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, and here's the kicker: it doesn't have a mint mark because Philly just didn't bother stamping their coins back then. But not all 1973 pennies are worth millions. The $1.6 million jackpot comes down to a rare error or a specific pristine condition. Think of it like the Willy Wonka golden ticket for coin collectors. Here's where it gets juicy. The insane value of this penny comes from a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and errors. For example, a small minting mistake, like a double die or off-center strike, can make a coin astronomically valuable. And collectors love these imperfections. It's like buying a misprinted Pokemon card. It's quirky, unique, and worth a fortune. And if your penny is in mint state condition, meaning it looks like it's never even seen the inside of a pocket, cha-ching. That's when the big bucks roll in. So, you're probably itching to check your couch cushions and that jar of spare change, right? Here's what you need to do: grab a magnifying glass or a phone with a zoom lens, look closely at the year, 1973, and check if there's no mint mark under the year. Examine the coin for any oddities, like doubled letters, unusual texture, or off-center designs. That if your penny is looking like a strong contender, get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Trust me, it's worth the effort. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost lost a potential treasure. A few years ago, I was at a coffee shop, and the total came to $2.96. I pulled out $3 and a few pennies from my pocket. As I was about to toss a penny into the tip jar, a friend of mine, who's way into coin collecting, grabbed my hand and said, "Whoa, let me see that." Turns out, it was a rare wheat penny from the 1940s. Not worth millions, but still worth a couple $100. I was this close to handing it over for a latte. Now I triple check every coin I touch. Let's say you hit the jackpot and find a rare 1973 no mint mark penny. What's next? First, don't clean it. Seriously, coin collectors hate that. Keep it safe in a coin holder or a protective case. Then, reach out to auction houses or coin dealers who specialize in rare finds. Remember, patience pays off in the coin world. You want to wait for the right buyer who's willing to shell out the big bucks. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth a staggering $1.6 million. Who knew a little copper coin could pack such a punch, right? Now, it's your turn to go treasure hunting. Check those coin jars, raid your grandparents' stash, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person to turn a penny into a fortune. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that subscribe button. I've got tons more tips, tricks, and stories about coins that could make you rich. Don't miss out, your next $1 million penny could be just one video away. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters! What if I told you that tucked away in your pocket change, there could be a penny worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million? Yes, you heard that right, $1.7 million for a single Abraham Lincoln penny from 2015 with no mint mark. Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because in today's video, we're diving deep into this unbelievable story. I'll walk you through what makes this penny so valuable, how you can check your own collection for this hidden gem, and share a funny little story about my own penny treasure hunt that didn't quite go as planned. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself rummaging through every coin jar in your house. First, let's talk about what sets this coin apart. Most pennies have a mint mark, a little letter indicating where they were made. For example, D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But a 2015 penny with no mint mark? That's like finding a unicorn wearing sneakers. The lack of a mint mark on this particular penny indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. But here's the kicker, not all no mint mark pennies are worth millions. This one has something extra special. It's an error coin. That means something went wrong during production, maybe a doubled die, a misaligned strike, or some other anomaly that makes it rare and desirable to collectors. Because they're like nature's accidents, a beautiful, one-of-a-kind mistake. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value. You're probably wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Great question. The $1.7 million figure comes from the sheer rarity and condition of the coin. Collectors will pay big bucks for coins that are not just rare but also in pristine condition, what they call MS-70, or mint state 70. Think of it like collecting baseball cards or rare sneakers. The more unique and flawless the item, the more people want it and the more they're willing to pay. In the case of this penny, there are only a few known examples in perfect condition. So, when one hit the auction block, the bidding war was on. Okay, quick story time. When I first heard about this $1.7 million penny, I thought, this is it. This is how I retire early. So, I grabbed a jar of pennies I've been hoarding since who knows when and got to work. Me at the kitchen table, magnifying glass in one hand, a checklist of error coins in the other. I felt like a mix between Sherlock Holmes and a pirate looking for buried treasure. Spoiler alert, I didn't find $1 million penny. I did, however, find a sticky one that looked like it had survived a war, but here's the thing, it was still fun. Going through those coins felt like a little adventure. Plus, now I know what to look for, and so will you by the end of this video. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare 2015 no mint mark pennies? It's easier than you think. Grab a magnifying glass or a good smartphone camera. Look for any unusual features, like doubling in the letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or odd textures. Check the condition. Is it shiny and flawless, or does it look like it's been through the washing machine? Step 4. Compare it to online guides or even send it to a professional coin grading service. And remember, not every error coin is worth millions, but some can still fetch a pretty penny, pun totally intended. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth $1.7 million. Who knew that something as simple as pocket change could turn into life-changing money? Now, here's the million-dollar question: do you have a rare penny hiding in plain sight? Go check your couch cushions, your car's cup holder, or that random jar of coins collecting dust in your closet. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, strategies for spotting rare finds, and a sprinkle of humor to keep things interesting, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow treasure hunters. Together, we can uncover the hidden gems in our pocket change. Hey, friends! Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change to buy a coffee, and bam! You stumble upon a penny. Now, you're about to toss it aside, but what if I told you that little coin could be worth $1.8 million? Yeah, you heard me, million. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 2016 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, why it's worth so much, and how you could potentially find one of these little treasures. So, grab your jar of pennies, sit back, and let's get to it. Alright, first things first, what exactly is the 2016 no mint mark penny? On the surface, it looks like any regular Lincoln penny. Good ol' Abe is chillin' on the front, and the classic Union shield is on the back. But here's the kicker: it doesn't have a mint mark. That means it was made at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically doesn't stamp its coins with a mint mark. Sounds pretty ordinary so far, right? So, why is this penny worth a jaw-dropping $1.80 million? The answer lies in a rare error during production. You see, coin collectors go absolutely nuts for mint errors. Think of them as the typos of the coin world. In the case of the 2016 no mint mark penny, the error could include a double die-uppers, where Abe's face or the inscriptions appear slightly doubled, or other unique features like a striking anomaly. These imperfections make the coin exceptionally rare and highly valuable. And now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandpa clean out his garage. He had this old tin full of coins, and we spent hours sorting through them. I'm not gonna lie, at first, I thought it was a waste of time. But then, we found a penny that looked different. My heart skipped a beat. Could it be $1 million coin? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But it did turn out to be worth $50, which paid for dinner that night. The moral of the story: you never know what you'll find in a pile of pennies, so it's worth taking a closer look. Now, back to the 2016 penny. If you think you've found one, here's what to do. First, don't clean it. Seriously, collectors want coins in their natural state, dirt and all. Next, get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will authenticate your coin and give it a grade, which determines its value. A high-grade 2016 no mint mark penny in mint condition can fetch upwards of $1.8 million at auction, but don't worry if you don't strike gold right away. There are plenty of other valuable coins out there. Plus, coin hunting is a great hobby. It's like treasure hunting, but you don't need a metal detector or a pirate hat. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 2016 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who knew that a tiny, unassuming coin could be worth a fortune? The next time you're digging through your spare change, take a closer look. That little penny could be your ticket to financial freedom, or at least a fun dinner story. If you enjoyed today's video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories to share about hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories.